lithium, this one is another lithium. When we take the distance between these two atoms with respect to their center, then this indicates the interatomic distance. Now if we take sodium, sodium has bigger size as compared to the lithium. This one sodium and another sodium. Now the distance between the centers of these two atoms, that is named as interatomic distance, is much bigger as compared to the atoms of lithium element. Now I write this one here as interatomic distance, or that is also named as metallic bond. That is also named as the metallic bond. Now I take another example. Potassium. The potassium is again much bigger in its size as compared to the sodium. The distance between the center of these two atoms is again bigger than the sodium, and so on. It means while moving downward the groups, interatomic distance increases, packing becomes weaker and weaker, metallic bond becomes weaker and weaker. That's why they need low and low temperature for their melting process as well as for their boiling point. This is the reason for the boiling point which decreases downward the groups. That's why we already have written this one, melting points or boiling points decrease downward the group. Lithium has much more boiling point as compared to the cesium. This is the reason for their melting and boiling point. Now next thing, that is about the crystalline structure of the alkali metals. Crystalline structures of the alkali metals. Of alkali metals, that is the elements of group 1A. First I take here lithium, and then I will take here sodium and onward. As far as the lithium is concerned, it has hexagonal close packing. So it means hexagonal close packing. If I write here as HCP, hexagonal close packing, HCP. This one is more effective. It is the closest packing which brings the atom much close to each other, because of which the interatomic distances decrease. Metallic bonds become stronger and stronger. That's why we say hexagonal close packing is much effective. Now next one if I take here the sodium or other sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, like this one, as far as concerned these elements, then it has body centered cubic structure. The structure of sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium, that is body centered cubic. And this body centered cubic, I can write it as B, C and C. It is up to you whether to write these abbreviation in small letters or in capital letters. It is up to you. BCC and HCP. This body centered cube structure, this one is not much more effective. It is loose. It is loose packing, not much effective. Less effective. Less effective. This is somewhat about the crystalline nature or crystalline structure of the alkali metals. First one, hexagonal close packing, that is more effective. Other, that is for lithium, while sodium and onward they have BCC, that is body centered close packing. And in class first year we have already discussed about the close packing, that is of the metals as well as the hexagonal as well as the cubic, we have already discussed. Now next, another important property, that is about the hydration energy. Hydration energy. Hydration energy. If we take a container and put 1 mole of a particular ions, it means ions of same kind, particular ions, ions of the same type, such as Na positive or such as Li positive, such as K positive, 1 mole. The condition is the 1 mole, you have to take 1 mole the ions of the alkali metals in a container, and you have to dissolve these ions into water. You have to dissolve the ions in water. During this process, energy in the form of heat will be liberated out. Energy in the form of heat will be given out, and which we can measure easily. Once again, listen carefully. There are 2 types. Endothermic processes where the heat is absorbed, exothermic processes where the energy in the form of heat is given out, which can be measured easily. We cannot measure the heat absorbed accurately. However, we can measure the heat evolved easily and accurately. That's why heat energy liberated we have to measure, and that will be named as the heat of hydration. And another condition, the solution must be infinitely dilute. Infinitely dilute. Now listen this one. Infinitely dilute means you put 1 mole of the ions here and hang a thermometer in it. Now add some quantity of water and exothermic reaction will occur, and the mercury column will rise in thermometer, and up to a certain point, up to this certain point, now the temperature will become stop. The temperature will stop. It means this one is the heat of hydration when small quantity of water has been added to it. But still the process has not been completed. We have to add some more quantity of water. Some more quantity of water. Once again, what will you observe? The mercury column will rise inside the thermometer. Inside the thermometer. And again, it will become constant. The rise in temperature, the rise of the mercury column inside the glass tube will be stopped. Now, at this time, it is now constant. Again, you will add some more quantity of water, the rise in temperature, but up to a small change. Up to a small change. You can measure this one. You can measure this one. Now add some more quantity of water into the container. Once again, the rise in temperature will take place. Rise in mercury column will be there. Rise in mercury column will be there. But now this time the reading or change or increase is not detectable. Is not detectable. We have no any type of the apparatus to measure this small change, small rise. It means when it is not detectable, then you will have to stop adding the water. At this point, the solution will be infinitely dilute. Infinitely dilute. So, this is about the hydration energy. Hydration energy. Now, hydrated compounds. Hydrated compounds means having some water molecules. Having some water of crystallization, water molecules. When the water molecules adhered, when water molecules adhered to these alkali metals, then the heat will be given out. Now we have to discuss this adhering process. First of all, I take here lithium, Li, with atomic number 3. As far as concerned with the electronic configuration of lithium, that is 1s2 and 2s1, next 2px, 2py and 2pz. These degenerate orbitals are unfilled, having no electrons. Now, omitting the first one, because it is completely filled, we take here 2s1 electron, here this is 2px, 2py and 2pz, 0, 0 and 0. Now, when we make the boxes, we write here OR. This is the box for 2s. There are 3 boxes for 2px, 2py and 2pz. These boxes are empty without any electron, but one electron is there in the 2s box of the lithium. When this electron is removed, now lithium will get positive charge. There will be the positive charge on the lithium, on their intermixing, that is 1s, p and p. All these orbitals represented by the boxes are empty, means without any electron. When they intermix, sp3 hybridization, sp3 hybridization will take place, and the orbital degenerate orbitals of equal energy will be obtained. sp3 hybrid, sp3 hybrid, sp3 hybrid, and sp3 hybrid. 4 boxes. There is no gap between the S and P, because sp3, 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 sp3. Of course, these boxes are without any electron. Now if I take here H2O, there are 2 lone pairs on water molecules, on oxygen atom, another H2O, 2 lone pairs here, H2O, 2 lone pair here, H2O, 2 lone pair here. 4 water molecules. This water molecule will surround the lithium and it will give 2 electrons here. These 2 electrons. Another water molecule will give 2 electrons here. This water molecule will give 2 electrons here from the oxygen atom. Another, these 2 here. Now look at this diagram. There are 4 water molecules which are surrounding the lithium in such a way, making the new bond, that is coordinate bond. That is the coordinate bond. And whenever the bond is formed, energy in the form of heat is released. And this removal of the energy is only and only because of the formation of coordinate bond by hydrogen with the lithium. This energy is named as hydration energy, and that's why we can write it as, that is a square bracket, lithium, here 4 water molecules, and there is 1 positive ion, 1 positive, this one. Now sometime there is +1, yani positive, +1 charge, positive. If there is 1 positive, it means 1 positive ion. If the plus is on this side, then 1 positive ion. If the plus is on this side, that it means +1, that is charge, +1 charge. Is it okay? You must keep this difference in your mind. That's why tetra aqua lithium 1 positive, tetra aqua lithium 1 positive, you will find these things on some reference books. That's why it is tetrahydrated lithium. Lithium has 4 water of crystallization, 4 water of crystallization because of coordinate bond, because of the coordinate bond, the dative bond. Of course it is weaker than the covalent bond, but the bond is there, so energy will be released definitely in the form of heat, and that will be named as the heat of hydration, and the compound will be named as hydrated lithium, tetrahydrated lithium. Now we take another example, that is about sodium with atomic number 11. If we draw its electronic configuration, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. Count here the number of electrons, 2 plus 2 4 plus 6 10 and 1, that is 11. This one is completely filled, omit this one. This one is completely filled, omit this one. We have to consider 3s1, then 3p